I put up 2 more antennas, so I'm 3D printing another set of spools for the 20-meter antenna, and then another set of spools for the 80-meter antenna. And then I just realized, as I was just starting to talk about this, that I should have printed out 4 at once. But that's all right. All right, so I got one end of the 80-meter dipole here, and the other end over there. So just need to strip some wire. All right. I'm up on top here. Let's see the antenna up there. I can't see the screen, but maybe you can see it. Okay. I'm gonna try not to let the camera get in my way as I do something here so I don't hurt myself. Okay. Nice. All right, so up here, there's the other balun that I have, and then here's a big cam jack that has those loopbacks in it. So I'm gonna hook the loop back of another antenna into here. Oop, and we'll keep the sides. You know, I'm gonna alternate the colors. It doesn't really matter, but I think it'll help me keep. That doesn't matter actually. Keep them the same. Now I'm gonna alternate them so I know which one's which if I'm pulling them out. Okay. I made this loop a little small. Okay, so there's that one. This one on also. Sort of lean it toward the other side. All right. So now both of those are hooked up. So now it's a matter of running this wire out to its location on the other end, and then sticking them or raising it up in the air on that end. Okay, these I secured with rubber bands. I'm 3D printing some new scrolls for these because I'm going to assume this is going to get tangled up on me when I release it. So I'm going to try very carefully to make sure that doesn't happen. But I'm up high and I have to sort of drop it. Okay. Hopefully it didn't tangle up too bad. Okay, the other one. Okay, drop that end down, raise this back up. Ready, and okay, so those 2 wires that are hanging down will be the other ends of the dipole, the 80-meter dipole, as that gets stretched out. But I forgot to attach I forgot to attach the actual antenna to the balun, which means it won't even work. You know, like what's the point? This is just a push pull, a painter's push pull. Okay. So let me get this down to, okay. Forgot the most important, literally the most important part, right? Like where it attaches to actually make it an antenna. Okay, let's see. Try not to drop anything. Okay, do. So usually I need a ladder, but my mini split compressor is on the tongue of my trailer, and so it makes a really good step ladder. That's what I'm standing on right now. Okay, so attach this other side here. The sun is still blazing, but like in less than 2 hours, I mean, the sun's not low in the sky, but it's getting there. But like next couple hours, this band is going to pick up. It's going to be super noisy. So I'll probably play this content during the daytime or something when it's quiet. Okay. Okay, so there's all that. It's nice and tight. Raise this guy up. Okay, and back up. Now it's caught on the trailer. Okay. Okay, so now it's actually an antenna. I just gotta stretch it out. All right. Okay, so I'm just trying to throw out all this wire in a way where it doesn't get tangled up, because it's now in the future it'll be on a roll. Like I said, the 3D printer is working on that right now, but it's, you know, like 66 feet of wire, so there's a lot of potential to get nuts. Fantastic. All right, no nuts. All right, so now we're gonna see how far we go. No idea where this is gonna end. All right. Ooh, that is a long piece of wire. Holy cow. Okay. Okay. Let me make a mark on the ground. Now the other end. So I have these homemade mounts that have screws or stakes that screw into the ground, but I found in trying to take this one out to go to the music festival that these like to snap because they get really stuck in the ground. So I had to think of a plan B, but the main functional component of it is the PVC pipe that comes up through the center and then just holds this. Like, it's just real simple. So I have some drill bits to drill into the ground and then put PVC into the ground, which is something we used to do when we put up American flags for the Boy Scouts. So I'm going to try that instead, and then I won't have to build all of this. So I'm going to give that a try in just a minute. Somebody's playing something weird on 7200. I'm recording this on Saturday night. Hearing it. Okay, so I have this drill bit now for drilling a hole into the ground and then inserting the pipe into. This one's actually a little too small. I have another one that's the same as the outer diameter, but I'm going to actually try it with this one first, because recently when I was doing it, what I realized is when you drill a hole into the ground with one of these, it doesn't drill a nice clean hole. It drills a pretty dirty hole, actually. Like, it's kind of rough. And so if I make one that's the same width as this right off the bat, then it might tend to get wobbly. But if it's like this and it's like almost the right size, but kind of, you know, it's kind of getting there, then maybe I can like hammer it in a little bit and be close enough. Or I can put it in the other drill bit and I can always make it bigger. It's like a haircut, right? You can always take a little more off, but you can never put it back on. So what I'm going to do is cut these in half and then go out and we'll try to drill a hole and see what happens. Almost there, I can feel it.
Well, I didn't think I would. Such a wonderful girl. That makes me happy. Also, today, I had a trip up to the information. Also, Highlands, so I'm in North Scotland. They would see my mum, who just turned 92. And the man will tell you she's so independent.
Almost made it. So then the idea here is I'm going to put a hole through both ends here, or through the pipe, and then put a piece of paracord in there to act as a handle so I can pull it back out of the ground. So I can do close to leave no trace if I go somewhere. I can leave just a little bore in the ground like this, you know, that I can fill in with some dirt or something, hopefully. not too particular about where the holes go as long as they're near the end. Woo! These fenders on these trailers are not a sturdy work surface.
Charlie 4 Echo Echo Lima Kid Skip. I'm sorry.
Don't have to be exact with any of this, just kind of close, mostly the same. So what's nice about most of this stuff, even the ham radio stuff, it seems really complicated maybe if you're looking at studying for the test or something, but it's not actually that complicated. That it seems if it seems complicated, I'm not saying like you're dumb if you think it looks complicated, because it looks very complicated. So don't feel bad about that. I'm telling you that it looks complicated, but it's actually not super complicated. It's actually not too crazy. That's what I'm saying. But it does appear that way. Anyway, like with this kind of stuff, it's like I just need a tail of cable coming out. Nothing fancy. I'm going to tie some knots in the ends, and I'm doing this so it doesn't fray, and then I'll tie some knots in the ends and tug them nice and tight, and then hopefully everything works out well. And if not, we'll cut off some more paracord and we'll try something else, you know? It's like not a big deal. And I kind of relate this all back to ham radio, since that's one of the focuses of this channel, but that's all I do with ham radio stuff too, is it's like we're experimenting, you know? We're like figuring it out. And I can certainly don't need to reinvent the wheel with anything I'm doing. But, you know, I can look and see like what other people have done and like copy things from other people and stuff, obviously, you know. Like, well, I didn't invent paracord, you know. But I'm trying my own versions of this stuff, you know. Certain things are exact, like how long the wire has to be for an antenna is, you know, pretty exact. But everything else, I'm just kind of figure it out. So I'm thinking if I would have put the holes a little closer to the end, it would have been a little better to do it this way. But I'm going to tie it so the long part is on the outside instead of coming up from the inside. So that way the body of this rope doesn't sit inside the thing and interfere with the hole that's going to go in it. So I could just do one side, but then I'll end up pulling it like this and not being able to pull it out. So just make a loop like that. Looks like I'm going to have to be a little more careful with how much I give myself. Yeah, that's basically the idea. I realize I have a tendency sometimes when I'm working on a project to like realize something like, oh, I wish the holes were a little closer to the end, and then, you know, proceed onward. You know, the show must go on. But then, you know, I'm doing it and I'm running out of rope there because, of course, I already cut all four. Because instead of measure twice, cut once, I measured once, cut 4 times. But it takes so little effort to actually just drill another set of holes. That are real close to the ends to make this all very easy. And then all the rest of the steps of my project don't have to be workarounds to try to make that work. See, now I have so much more room with these ropes that I have to cut. So anyway, it's just like one of those things where sometimes it's better to just, you know, theoretically or figuratively just, you know, throw the entire thing that you've been working on away and don't worry about it and just do it the right way again. you know, it's fine. Especially if, I don't know, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but like, if you're like an artist or something, like, you know, if you're not working for in a music related job where you have like an actual deadline, it's like, just do it when it's right, you know. There's no fucking deadline. Don't sit on it too long, but you know, okay. But you know, so there you go. So now I got a handle, and then the pole easily slide in and out with this tight on there. So one more of these, and I'm going to try to put it in the ground. So I have to burn all these tires. If I went inside the trailer, I could do it, but then I'd have all these fumes inside the trailer. How about we just set that one aside and we'll work with another one? See, that's the kind of thing I would tend to, this is the way my brain works or something, I would tend to like sit there and keep patting that one until it's like, you know, finally just cool enough where I can work with it. And then, you know, it's like, you know what, how about I just set it down and I grab the cool one. This one's starting to fray a little bit also, but I can continue to tie the knot. And the bartender said, "Hey, wait a minute, are you a rope?" And the rope reached above the knot that he had tied in himself and rustled his frayed ends and said, "No, sir, I'm afraid not." So then this end will go into here, through here. Yeah, from the outside, yes. Yeah, I think this is a keen idea. Ooh, gotta be careful, that might still be hot. Is it hot? Okay, it's not hot, I don't need to be afraid of it. Okay, yeah, I think this is a keen idea. Might interfere with me trying to hammer the top of this, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, let's go drill the hole. This black wire can be kind of hard to see sometimes. Okay, and it's always a little past it. Here's the mark I made. All right, let's give her a shot. Boys, let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe I'll find oil. Maybe I'll find a giant rock. I found something hard. Ooh. The good news is I always park in the same place, so I only have to do this once. This is actually drilling a pretty clean hole. The last place I did this at, the dirt was a lot looser. Okay, and if I wasn't trying to dig such a big hole, this would be a lot easier. Flush it out. Woo! Yeah, ooh. Dig down there, all right. Yeah. Oh no, oh no. If we go far enough, we'll get to those secret government tunnels. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, you're gonna break right through. Woo! Oh. Flush her out, flush her out. Yeah, all right. Probably slightly too small. Yeah, that could be like really forced in there, but I got the other one that is the right size. So this is like a big giant pilot hole. And I have another bit I can use instead of this as the primary hole on the other side. So this doesn't have to work so hard. And I think that'll work. And the spool's almost done. And then I'll do another one of these, and then I'll do another set of these in another color. And that way when the wires are all wound up, I'll know which one is which antenna. So we got the big one. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Got it right into the ground, so I need to get spinning first because we want to kick some dirt loose. It doesn't want to drill, it wants to go in like a screw. Okay, so nice and slow. You don't need to get impatient. Oh. Woo! Radio's crazy tonight. Music's gonna get me in trouble with YouTube. A little more. Plus that, a little more. Get my squats in. Woo. One more. Yeah. Got ourselves a proper hole. Yeah, all right. That's not going to get pulled over or anything. Yeah, all right. And I didn't go as deep as I thought I was going, so I didn't even need the little handle, but it's there anyway. Fantastic. Let's attach the antenna. All right. Privacy screen. The way the antenna attaches to a pole is that there's a screw end. I'm going to end up 3D printing something to go on the end here, but for now I just tie a knot around here, the screw end, and then this loops around. This attaches the antenna. The loop on the, remember I showed you both ends of the antenna have the little loop with the cable tie. This loops into that, and then this rope pulls through, and you go, pull it nice and tight, and there you go, it's on there. All right, there you go. And so that's what we'll do right now. Okay, this goes on the end like that. All right, so now we're at the end of the antenna. Excuse me. This goes through, and these are great. And it's only these kind. Even this brand makes another one that's like plastic. And I'm like, no, it needs to be the aluminum. It's called, I had to look them up because I bought them before. They're called cam jack. But they're made out, these are aluminum. And so this big thing of teeth right here that grabs the cord, see as you pull through, now it's on there tight. But that's all metal. Like every single part of this is made out of metal. So like if it's outside. Anyway, so there's the end of the antenna. All right, so the next step is to extend this pole out. Well, I say the next step, it's like, what am I going to do? Pause the video and then do it. Ooh, there you go. Extend this out. Tighten it. Next one. All right, yeah. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Okay. And I usually measure these kind of tight, so let's see. It's all the way up. There, oh, aim the camera. Okay. How far is too far? Yeah, there you go. All right. And there's our destination. Wait, can you see it on the camera? There's our destination way over there. So do we have enough space? Did I miscalculate? Did I get too tight? No, I did not. All right, this is a long ass wire. It's gonna be, it's droopy and it is wiggly. Woo. Okay, now the hole's a little big. The hole this is going in is kind of big, but it doesn't really matter because it's deep enough where it's not going to come out of the ground. So there you go. There's the antenna, the 80-meter antenna. And if I decide I need it tighter, which I already figured out that I do, then I just have to drill another hole. But yeah, it's actually looking like I need to do that. Okay, well, let's drill another hole. So 33 feet of wire, 33 feet of wire in the air is going to be pretty droopy anyway. But that was really droopy, and I'm like, no, we're gonna do this right. All I gotta do is, all I gotta do is drill another hole. No big deal. I literally have the tool to do it. Okay, I think that's a good pilot hole. Should we go straight for the big one? Should we give it a shot? Skip the medium step? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, go nice and gentle. This one's a little wiggly. Alright, so far so good. Anyway, I was saying 33 feet of wire is going to be pretty droopy anyway, but I thought I might as well drill a hole, be as tight as we can, and then just see if it makes a difference. So far, this is going nicer than the one that was drilled with the bigger bit. Huh. I'm going to go a little deeper than I did last time. Move all this dirt away. Then flush it out again. Then vacuum it. Okay. So I actually need a drill bit that's somewhere in between these two sizes. And that is something I can look for later. It's planted in my brain right now. In fact, this worked so well. Because of the paracord in there, when I pulled it out, I just pulled the sleeve out with it. But it doesn't really matter. You know. It's all part of the same system, and like, you know, this just goes into here until it hits the ground somewhere. So let's lift this up. Let's just do one step at a time. Let's try to drop it in there. Let's try to drop it all in there. We're so close. So close. All right. Yeah. Ooh, it's right down at ground level too. Ooh, I could mow over that. Yeah, my lawnmower could go right over that with no problems. Last time it was sticking out a lot. Okay, so if I go in deeper on the next one. Okay, privacy screen, sorry we sagging. Not too bad. This is already hooked up to the radio, so I guess we'll just gradually see how much of a difference it makes with things. If I had the FT8 up, we could really see, but oh well. All right, let's go to the next side. All right, so we'll attach this end. Before I drill any holes, I'm going to extend it all the way. Let's see how we do. You like that? I could be a VTuber. Okay. There's our little paracord with the knot in the end. Put it into our cam jack thingy, cam jack XL for extra aluminum. Okay. I'm worried about this going into the neighbor's yard, so I can always go the other direction. Yeah. Okay. So, and I have it inside here. Right past my other one. I was trying to not have them all pull in the same direction on the trailer mount. It's not the super bestest. I mean, we got a long way to go. Okay. And this is a soft, boggy part of the ground. Okay, let's drill up some mud. Excuse me. I'll have better mouse on the trailer soon, so I'm not gonna change this just because of that. Okay, we had good luck with our pilot hole first in a different type of substrate. Let's see how this one does in the mud. A lot of grass here too. Grass and mud getting in everything. Spin it backward maybe, untie it. Get off now while it's all soft. Yeah, look at that. Squeaky clean. Alright, let's go for broke. Let's go for the big guy. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll pull out some crawdads. Nice. Nice. All right. Drop in the sleeve. Nice. Oh yeah. Zero lawnmower problems with this. Except the string maybe. Ooh, God, I would hate for that to cause a problem. Okay. Whew, it is hot and muggy. Let's lift this mofo up. tight fit. Did I do the nut wrong or something? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the nut's on the inside. That's the thing I was trying to avoid the whole time. Yeah, see. I can turn it toward the outside. So the knot was inside. Yeah, see. That was good thinking on my part. Because if I did it the other way, it would be a permanent problem. Boom, and we're in. Whew. Nice. All right. I'll take a photo of it later. We got ourselves a 40-meter, 80-meter fan dipole antenna on the live stream now. And now I'm going to take a break, get some food, and then make a maybe 20-meter antenna. I got to see what I can do. I want to put up an antenna for the SDR. I'm just not sure how to do that. I think I need more push poles. All right,